Sportsnet, California. Six-game homestand starts tonight for the Oakland Athletics. We are at the Coliseum. Jason Kendall back in town. He is now a Kansas City Royal. And that's the young man that'll start tonight for the Athletics. Trevor Cahill looking for his 11th win of the year. It's game one of a three-game series. The Oakland A's hosting the Kansas City Royals. You'll see it right here on Comcast Sportsnet, California. Hey again, everybody. Welcome to Oakland A's Baseball. Along with Ray Fossey, I'm Glenn Kuiper. A's return home after a 2-4 road trip, and they will indeed give the ball to Trevor Cahill. And Ray, on the road trip, Cahill started a game in Texas. It could be the best start of his career. You know, everybody wants to make him the staff ace. I think all Trevor Cahill wants to do is continue to pitch the way he has. This is August the 2nd. He has already won 10 games, and he won his 10th against maybe the best team in the American League, at least the Western Division for sure. But the thing about Trevor, he is not just a sinker ball pitcher. He'll get ground ball outs, but he now has pitches that he can get strikeouts. When you had a curveball, a changeup, kind of a two-seam changeup in a sense where it goes away from the left-handers, he's an outstanding pitcher, and we know that all he wants to do is continue to pitch well, and who knows how many games he can win. Royals will send the right-hander Brian Bannister to the mound, and the A's have had their way with Bannister as of late, and this year he's just given up too many home runs. Well, he gave up 6 walks when the A's faced him in Kansas City, in addition to the 2 home runs, one by Rosales there, and Kevin Kuzmanoff took him deep as well. But Bannister, of course, lives in San Ramon. He always enjoys pitching here at the Coliseum. He has not fared well here, but I think the most important thing for the Athletics, try to win the first game of this series and do it against the guy who they had success against in Kansas City. Bannister has allowed 22 home runs so far this year. So coming up, it's the Kansas City Royals and the Oakland A's. Royals have won 3 in a row, and the A's are looking for a big week here at home. We'll have lineups at first pitch from the Coliseum right after this.
What's possible with the nation's fastest mobile broadband network, AT&T. Rethink possible. And by Corona. Relax and refresh with Corona and Lime.
Just as we come back, the Oakland A's take the field for Game 1 of this 3-game series. The A's and the Kansas City Royals. Here's the Game Time weather brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission is free and the boardwalk is open daily. 63 degrees, nice and cool, just the way we like it. Here at the Coliseum, not a cloud in the sky. So, August 2nd, so we're a couple days into the 5th month of this baseball season. A's and the Royals played just a couple weeks ago, and the A's swept the Royals in Kansas City. Trevor Cahill on the mound tonight for the Athletics. This is the lineup that he will face. Royals will send Chris Getz to the leadoff spot, second baseman, and he'll be followed by Jason Kendall, Billy Butler, Jose Guillen, Wilson Benavides, Alex Gordon, Mitch Meyer, Yuniesky Betancourt, Gregor Blanco will play center field. Watson, Crispin, Davis in the outfield for the A's. Kuzmanov, Pennington, Rosales, Spartan on the infield, and Suzuki is the catcher.
And he is catching Mike Butler. As always, playing here, that did not play in Kansas City. Maybe it would have helped him. Would have given up the grand slam to Betancourt. But Trevor Cahill's been outstanding. 19th appearance, 19th start for him at home. ERA 2.19. ERA has just been outstanding. Against the Kansas City Royals, one start this year. Got a no decision. Gave up the slam to Betancourt in the second inning, the 5-run second. But the A's did win the game 6-5. So Trevor, 2 slams this year. One to Vladimir Guerrero, the other to Betancourt. But he has been outstanding. Considering those 2 big innings, his ERA is still outstanding starting play tonight.
So the second baseman, Chris Getz, steps in. So the first pitch of the ball game, Cahill to Getz, is in for a strike. So we are underway.
First pitch.
Getz, Kendall, and Butler. Trevor Cahill with the team-leading 10 wins, looking for number 11 tonight.
Scott Podsednik traded for the Dodgers. David DeJesus on the disabled list, out for the year. Again, as the A's saw in Kansas City. Will not see the Royals anymore this year.
Alberto Callaspo traded.
Yeah. So Farnsworth, a couple of pitchers out of the bullpen.
Just like that, it's a different team.
Ned Yo's given a 2-year extension, his contract, so he will manage the Royals through 2012 at least. Plays Trey Hillman on May the 14th, and of course, Major League managerial experience with the Milwaukee Brewers, coaching many years under Bobby Cox of the Atlanta Braves. So Ned will get a chance to evaluate, see some of the newer players, at least the last couple of months of the season, before they go into the offseason and spring training next year.
3-2 pitch, and Getz just got a piece of it, stays alive. Royals 45-60. They coming off a 3-game sweep of the Baltimore Orioles at home. They're 22-31 on the road. There's a shot. Pennington handles a tough hop and throws out Getz. Nice play to start the ball game by Cliff Pennington.
Batting in the second position and catching.
Oh, when you're a ground ball pitcher, your infielders stay alert. And Cliff Pennington, an outstanding play as he went to his left with a strong arm, able to make the 360 and make a perfect throw to first base. Trevor Cahill, his last 6 starts, double figures in ground ball outs. He had 3 before that, where he was under 10. But of his 18 starts, 11 times he's been in double figures in ground ball outs.
So you say, well, is that a lot? Well, if you had double figures in strikeouts, it would be a lot, right?
That's right.
Kendall lifts him high to right center field, where Coco Crisp goes back. Lots of sunshine out there in right center field and most of right field. Crisp handles it, and Kendall flies out for the second out.
Well, speaking of double figures, the one game he had 9 ground ball outs, he had 10 strikeouts.
There you go.
Against Pittsburgh, his season of career high strikeouts. And that's been probably the biggest difference in Trevor this year. That when he gets runners on base, let's say run at third, less than 2 outs, he can get the ground ball, but he can also now get a strikeout when he needs one. That makes him just that much tougher of a pitcher.
Cahill had 90 strikeouts last year in 178 innings. Much better strikeout ratio this year and better numbers across the board. Cahill knocks it down. He goes down, gets up, and throws out Billy Butler. Let's hope Trevor Cahill is okay. He's got a little smile on his face.
Says it all.
That's good to see. And Billy Butler thought he had a big. As Coco Crisp steps in. He's leadoff man, and the first pitch to Crisp, a big overhand curve from Brian Bannister, and it's in for a strike. Crisp had a tough series in Kansas City when the A's were there. 1 for 14.
One of his former teams. As he had all three of them in a matter of a couple of road trips, actually a couple of series. So 2 curveballs and a changeup and a strikeout.
So Coco Crisp, 3 pitches, and he strikes out. A's lineup: Crisp, Barton, Suzuki, Cuss, Kuzmanov, Rosales, Davis, Watson, and Pennington. The Royals defensively: Alex Gordon is in left field, Gregor Blanco in center, Mitch Meyer in right. Dedemy, Betancourt gets Butler on the infield. Kendall catches Bannister. First pitch to Derek Barton, a strike on the inside corner. 274 for Barton, with 5 home runs and 38 runs batted in. Barton's got 1 hit in his career against Bannister, 1 for 7. And that 1 hit is a home run.
A game that Bannister pitched against the A's in Kansas City, the 18th. It's sunny, Sunday, hot afternoon.
It was hot.
Weather tonight, of course, if you live in San Ramon, you know it's going to be pretty nice.
Well, if it's 63 here, it's probably 75.
That's what it's supposed to be throughout the week, in the mid-70s in the East Bay. I assume that's what you're talking about. It's not 75 in Kansas City.
No, 75 in San Ramon.
Bannister on the season, his 22nd start. He's allowed 22 home runs, a couple of those to the guys we mentioned earlier, Kuzmanov and Rosales. 6 and 3rd innings against the A's, only 6 hits, but 6 walks.
Well, he's got back-to-back strikeouts to start the A's half of the first inning.
Trevor Cahill with a ball right back up the middle. Billy Butler hit it hard. And like he got it in the glove in the right hand. He put both of them up at the same time. Got the out. So what a great way to get a ground ball out, huh? Off your body. It sounded like it hit flesh. But he had the smile on his face going back into the dugout. That's always encouraging. Better shot here. Let's see where it... I think he was trying to get out of the way of it, which is a smart thing to do as hard as the ball was hit. Uh-oh.
Don't do that.
Is that where it got it?
Outside corner strike to Kurt Suzuki. Bill Hahn is the home plate umpire. Looks like Bill's got a pitcher strike zone tonight.
Up, down, in and out. Swing the bat.
Suzuki 266, 12 home runs and 46 runs batted in. Kurt was 3 for 8 in that series in Chicago. So the A's back home for the 6-game homestand. 3 with Kansas City, an off day on Thursday, and then 3 with the Texas Rangers. 3-1 pitch is inside, and that's a walk.
When in doubt, don't go to first base until you hear it. Let's check out our keys to the game, brought to you by Toyota for Trevor Cahill coming off his Major League best start, no doubt. That was against the Texas Rangers. On the Bay Area Bannister, San Ramon, of course, and continued Royals win streak. 3 in a row in Kansas City. The A's will play 3 here, then play 3 more in Kansas City a little bit later. In fact, one game has been changed from a night to a day game because of Monday Night Football.
That's right.
Across the way at Arrowhead Stadium.
First pitch to Cust is a little bit low.
Well, there's a point, 2 right fielders with looked up as what's wrong with that picture? That gets the second baseman in shallow right field. So the shift on for Jack Cust. Betancourt on the first base side of second. Jack can run. If Getz stays where he is in right field, Jack might beat it out.
If it was just like kind of a routine roller.
Gets past Butler, the first baseman.
Cust 290 with 8 homers and 29 runs batted in. Tough series in Chicago for Cust.
Surprising thing for Jack, he was hitting so well going into the last road trip, and that's how quickly it can change for you.
He was 1 for 9 with 6 strikeouts. Walked a couple times.
And an ejection.
That's right, he got thrown out.
Jack got ejected, and probably half the team wanted to follow him, but decided to make sure they had enough to play the game. Green light 3-0.
Down around the knees, first strike.
A good two-seamer.
So 3-1. See if Cust lets her rip if he gets a good pitch. He takes it, and that's a walk. Back-to-back walks with 2 outs.
Out of the 6 walks Bannister gave up the A's on that Sunday, the 18th of July, only 2 scored, which that in itself is helpful. Then Yost, Bob McClure, the longtime pitching coach of the Royals. John Gibbons, former Toronto manager, the bench coach. This is Coos in Kansas City. Ryan Bannister knew it. Scott Podsednik in right field.
Big curve, and it catches the outside corner. Strike to Kuzmanov.
First any indication, Bannister's curveball is outstanding.
Yeah.
This pitch seems like he can get over anytime.
And there it is, and it's over the head of Getz. And the A's are going to get a run as Kurt Suzuki comes home. 1-0 Athletics. Kuzmanov comes through.
Well, it's outstanding hitting by Kevin Kuzmanov, and we saw him pull almost everything on the road trip, but this time the curveball, he just served it out. Could not have served it any better. Fortunately, again, just could not jump high enough. And an ultra mo, check it out. What a great swing on the curveball, the follow through, head down. Watching contact all the way in ultra mo. And you know, Adam Rhodes putting all those ultra mo's for the guys, just adding to his library of great shots of his players.
Players like it.
Well, it's just an added feature, and Adam Rhodes got all that great equipment down there now that he can
a new toy.
Have a lot of visitors checking out all the great shots.
2-0 to Rosales. 23 pitches here in the first inning by Brian Bannister, and it looked to be an easy inning for him. He struck out Crisp and Barton, first two hitters.
2 strikeouts on 8 pitches. And now walk single, 2-0 to Rosales. Pretty good location on the fastball, 2-0. You'd like to make a pitch like this. That's a pitch that not many hitters are even going to swing at.
Fastball runs inside, and now it's 3-1. Cust at second, Kuzmanov at first. A run in for the A's here in the bottom of the first. Fastball right there to Rosales. Stop, full count with 2 outs. Runners will take off.
There's a pitch you come out of your shoes. Kind of expand the zone a little bit, figuring this is with a curveball in this particular at bat. A couple of fastballs, sit fastball. Now he's got a little hesitant what he's going to get on this pitch.
And he lays off that one, and the bases are loaded. Here's a look at our Bloomberg Sports graphic for tonight. The earned run average as the year has gone on for Bannister. We started the year well, but really the ERA, I think it's hovered right around 4.5, and then lately going up again, and it's at 5.82, and that's not very good.
Bob McClure, the excellent pitching coach of the Royals, might be talking to Jason Kendall as much as he is to Bannister, and just trying to. Jason or might be talking to him, because some of those pitches, especially inside of the right-handers, aren't missing that much. As big of a strike zone as Bill Hahn has, does not seem to be giving the fastball or the location inside of the right-handers.
Just 1 win in his last 9 starts. No wins in his last 6 starts. Bannister's last win was June 23rd. So Bloomberg Sports, the leader in data analysis, has developed an analytical product being used by baseball clubs. There's also a product for fans. Improve your fantasy play or track your favorite players and teams. Go to BloombergSports.com for details. Inside to Rajai Davis. 3 walks in the inning by Bannister.
See, that was the pitch. It might have been a little bit low, but it had the corner. On the home plate umpire is on the left shoulder of Jason Kendall. Inside corner, looking right down the barrel of the inside pitch.
Big curve, and Davis chases it. 1-2. A lot of movement on this curveball.
I'd say 12-6, and kind of 12-6 for the last instant going away from the right-hander. Might sit on it again. Jason Kendall might call it again, try to get him to chase a bad pitch.
Fastball's popped up foul. 31 pitches now for Bannister here in the first. spins Davis out of the way. It was a breaking ball.
You know, instinctively you want to get out of the way, but Rajay had to be walking out and say, why did I do that? Why did I just turn in? Watch there. He just, it's coming at me, and you see a curveball, you just kind of turn into it a little bit and take one for the team and yourself.
That's high, and now it's 3-2. Everybody will be moving. So an important pitch in the ball game, even though it's just the first inning. Kuzmanov Rosales will take off. Drive to center field. Gregor Blanco back, and he's got it inside. Retired. A run for the A's. They strand 3. 1-0 Athletics after 1. He's got a Kuzmanov RBI single, and they left the bases loaded in the bottom of the first. Trevor Cahill, on the other hand, had a 3-up, 3-down, top of the first inning, as he faces Jose Guillen.
Speaking of curveballs, how about that one? Yeah, very good curveball from Trevor Cahill, and when he can start a hitter, not many are going to be swinging at it. If they do, they're going to pop it up.
And a quick 0-2 to Guillen, 262, 16 homers and 61 runs batted in. Guillen DHing. Saw Guillen in Kansas City, and he was not running very well, and he was DHing, and he's still DHing. I think if he was healthy, Ray, I bet he would have got traded.
No, but he's been pretty much a DH all year, and it's something that kind of helped him because maybe of injuries, and just want to keep his bat in the lineup. But one thing about him, he's going to play, and wants to play every day. And if he's only DH, of course, a very strong arm throwing from the outfield.
Swings and misses. Cahill gets his first strikeout.
Mug Root Beer Float Day presented by Pepsi is coming up this Wednesday. Ace hosts the World's 12:35. Celebrities and athletes will be serving floats made with Briar's Grand Ice Cream beginning at 10:30 in the Eastside Club. Floats are just $2 and get autographs and photos for tipping extra. Limited amount of Andrew Bailey autograph mugs will be available. On sale for $25. Proceeds go to the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. Tickets online, OaklandAthletics.com. That was, you just saw an Andrew Bailey root beer float mug.
Hey, Ray, can you do play-by-play for a little bit?
Sure. That's
because I want to finish my root beer
float mug. Andrew Bailey, you have a nice little section for autographs. Of course, if you tip extra. Those are good. It's always nice when that day comes around, because we know we're going to get a sampling, so we can talk about that.
Well,
10:30.
It's going to be there Wednesday, so I believe we have a game tomorrow night as well. Right?
That's true. Probably should do a taste test again tomorrow night.
Two and two to Wilson Bedamit. Bedamit, the third baseman, switch hitter. Bedamit playing, as we mentioned, Alberto Callaspo, everyday third baseman, was traded to the Angels. That was on the 22nd of July. So Bedamit with the walk.
Well, Brandon Wood just did not have a very good start to his first full season in the big leagues to get a chance to play, and that's the reason the Eagles finally had to go to somebody else playing third.
I guess that's the difference. If your team's in a pennant race, you just can't wait it out. You got to go in a different direction.
Well, it might be for the short term, and hopefully for him it is short term, and gets another opportunity. This young man got another opportunity.
It is. At a different position, huh?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Maybe taking the pressure off of following the footsteps of George Brett, Hall of Fame third baseman. Now let's go ahead and move to the outfield. So when you're a left-handed hitter and a third baseman, I immediately compare you to George Brett. That's not fair. Lots of pressure, because George Brett, one of the best hitters in the game throughout his career.
Bounce towards second, and the A's are going to get one, and the A's are going to get two. 4-6-3 double play. Rosales and Pennington turn it nicely, and the Royals do not score. A's here in the bottom of the second inning. A's sent 7 hitters to the plate in the first and got the 1 run. So Watson, Pennington, and Crisp. Bannister threw 34 pitches in that first inning. Now 3-1.
Bannister, even with what we think is a pitcher strike zone, still throwing a lot of pitches out of the strike zone. Like you said, Ray, not missing by a lot, but still missing. Hit deep to right, but Mitch Meyer goes back, and Meyer makes the catch. One out here in the second. In-depth sports news for the Bay Area fan. Go deep with Sportsnet Central. You can see it tonight at 10:30 over on our sister station, Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Baseball from this game, lots of highlights. Raiders and 49er camp reports, and Bay Area College football blitz. That's coming as well. Jamie Sireman Morrison will host. First pitch to Cliff Pennington is in for a strike. The first place Texas Rangers have the night off. They are on their way to Seattle. Rangers will start a 3-game series in Seattle tomorrow night, and then come to Oakland for the 3-game weekend series. Rangers lost 2 out of 3 in Anaheim over the weekend.
Of course, to talk about the Angels and the Rangers the last 2 weeks, 7 of the last 14 games will be between those two teams, and the Angels will not see the Rangers until then. I guess would be the final series.
It's a 4-game series in Texas to end the season. So
the Angels are talking, as well as the A's, about making those meaningful games, and that would be great for the A's and Angels to be close to the Rangers. See the Angels 8 back. Athletics have a chance to pull within a half game or a half game closer with a win tonight with those two teams off.
Bounce to the right side. Getz has it, and Brian Bannister settles down in the second and has a 3-up, 3-down inning. On to the third, 1-0 Athletics.
Right fielder, number 12, Mitch Meyer.
Top of the third, the A's with a 1-0 lead. Bottom 3 in the order, Mitch Meyer, Unieski Betancourt, and Gregor Blanco. Mitch Meyer will probably get a chance to play a little bit more now. David Jesus out for probably the rest of the year. Meyer, former #1 draft pick, was back in 2003. Late call, but a strike. Home plate umpire Bill Hahn.
See, that's the pitch I was talking about, because Hahn with a left-handed hitter looks where he's set up on the right shoulder of Kurt Suzuki on the inside corner. A little bit, about a 3-second delay call.
That one's hit to right and hit hard for a base hit. So leadoff single, and that's the first hit for the Royals. Time now for a Subway Eat Fresh Ask Glenn and Ray question. John from Citrus Heights asks, hey, are you guys going to be in the movie Moneyball?
Shortstop, number 3.
Well, there's a lot going on at this ballpark. Check it out, folks. This was today, and from what we understand, it's been going on here at the ballpark all last week and all the way into the afternoon today. The crew had to be off the field at 3:30 for the real game, but we were out here today. It was very funny, Ray. The A's, the actors that are playing the A's, were out on the field, and we laughed pretty hard because they do a pretty good job casting people that look like the real guys. Terrence Long looked just like him. David Justice, big, tall, thin.
Were those guys here?
They look like them. So we laughed pretty hard. Scott Hatteberg, of course, a big part of that movie. Guy looks just like him. But
that Chad Kruger, he's playing Rick Peterson.
That's right. We did. We laughed. It was fun.
But to answer his question, you're in it?
Yes, just a little bit.
You're in it.
As far as, they may not want to use it, but Ken Korach is in it. Greg Papa, of course, Greg, terrific announcer, the Raiders, and right here on Comcast Sportsnet. We did a few things for today, and it was a fun experience. Watching the real actors, that was fun. But there's an actor.
Wow. That's a trip that I don't know that Meyer wanted to take. He came back and stepped, and then stepped on his left foot with his right foot, and Derek Barton staying right there, and somehow he was able to keep his left foot on the bag. And that wasn't Derek Barton tripping him or pushing him off. That was stepping on his own feet.
Bounce to Rosales. Can the A's turn 2 again? Oh, yes, they can. 4-6-3 again on the double play. So 2 outs.
Now Rosales talking to Pennington, maybe because he was close enough to take it himself, but Betancourt got a slam off of Trevor Cahill in the same second inning in Kansas City, though this time a perfect double play. Rosales, little flip to Pennington, who, oh, Eltramo, this guy's going to like that. Kick the bag with the right foot, get out of the way of the hard slide by Meyer. Didn't trip over his feet as he went into second. He's perfect, but Pennington avoided the slide.
Ninth place hitter Gregor Blanco. Blanco just joining the Kansas City Royals. He came over in that trade. The Royals sent Ricky Ankiel and Kyle Farnsworth to the Braves. So that was a deadline deal.
Might be the biggest as far as the amount of inches of the choke up we've seen in a while. Talk about guys choking up a little bit, maybe an inch, but this guy was like Dick McAuliffe when he played. Left-handed hitter choked way up.
Rosales been busy in the ball game, handles that one and throws out. Blanco. So another double play turned by the A's. Bottom of the third coming up. 1-0 Athletics. Glenn Kuiper, you're watching Games Baseball here on Comcast Sportsnet California. 1-0 Athletics. So Barton steps in. It'll be Barton, Suzuki, and Cust. Brian Bannister, very busy first inning, but he had a 1-2-3 second inning. And opens up the at-bat with Barton. Strike. Barton struck out looking in the first inning. High fly ball, routine to left field. Alex Gordon makes the catch. Well, here's our legendary performance. It's brought to you by Nation's Giant Hamburgers. It was August 2nd, 1972. The Catfish Hunter pitched a 5-hit shutout. The A's defeat Kansas City 5-0. It followed a 3-hit shutout by Ken Holzman, which followed a 2-hit shutout by Vida Blue. All 3 shutouts against the Royals. So July 31st, August 1st, August 2nd, Vida, Holzman, Catfish Hunter. How'd you like to face those 3 guys in the 3 weeks here?
Well, I was fortunate to catch them the next year when they each won at least 20 games.
Hey, whiz. So if you've got a giant appetite, it's got to be Nations.
Well, that's a tough series. You go in and you have to face those 3 guys, and you come out with absolutely nothing. 3 shutouts. Wow. Not surprised. They all 3 were very good.
Suzuki hits it hard. Betancourt in the hole and makes a very nice play. Unieski Betancourt throws out Kurt Suzuki for out number 2.
Well, Kurt looked like he's looking for the curveball, stayed back, just could not pull it enough to get it past Betancourt. And as many curveballs as Bannister was throwing, it would not be surprised if guys go up and start sitting on the pitch, looking for it and see if they can do something.
Is that a hard pitch to sit on, though? A big curveball like that?
Well, to me, I think a curveball is easier than a changeup because the changeup comes out of the hand like a fastball and looks too much. But a curveball, you can see the spin almost immediately.
Especially a big one like that.
Yeah, and just kind of sit, wait, and hope you time it perfectly. Kurt should do well because it's like hitting Tim Wakefield's knuckleball. Sit back and wait like a slow pitch softball pitcher.
There's that big curve, and that one on the outside corner. 0-2 to Cust. Jack walked in the first inning. Bannister walked 3 in the first, gave up just 1 hit. And that's when the A's got the run. Shift is on, as always, for Cust.
Betancourt is staying in his own position at shortstop. It's Bateman who is in the second base spot, basically. So keeping the true shortstop at his position, which I think seeing more and more guys do that, or more and more managers, when they put the shift on, they'll keep shortstop at his normal position.
I always thought it was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
My theory was, why not just move one person out of position? In this case, that the only guy you're moving is Betemit, as opposed to moving 2 guys out of position.
I'm trying to think, when John Gibbons managed the Blue Jays, he might have been the first I've seen do that. It was Scudero, I think, was playing short, and he stayed, and the third baseman went over, or Joe Madden, one of those 2. But John Gibbons, the pitch coach for Ned Yost, former manager of the Blue Jays.
Now, there could be the thought, Ray, that if there's a runner on first and you start thinking about the pivot man around second base, then maybe you wouldn't want the third baseman standing around the bag being the pivot guy. A shift or no shift, Cust finds a hole in left center field for a base hit. So Cust has been on board twice.
He waited on the big curveball and got it, and stepped the plant with the front foot, kept his bat back, and then uppercut, slicing line drive into left center. So Jack on base twice, and that big hit there, and see Jack maybe lifting one of those curveballs into the seats.
Popped up. Butler going back, and now the second baseman calls him off. Chris Getz makes the play. Side retired. A's get a hit, and they leave a runner. We've played 3 at the Coliseum. 1-0 Athletics. Trevor Cahill has allowed 1 hit. He's walked 1. He has struck out 1. 7 ground ball outs for Cahill. That includes 2 double play balls.
They call it the old equalizer. Put a runner on base, throw a good sinker, get 2 outs.
Another ground ball and another ground ball out as Rosales continues his busy night. Here's our trivia question, which is brought to you by AT&T. When was the last time the A's stole 100 bases in consecutive seasons? 100 bases in consecutive seasons.
How about when Ricky stole over 100 by himself?
We know they did it one year. First pitch to Kendall, there's a strike. Well, the A's really became a base stealing team last year, especially in the second half. But when the season was said and done, the A's had 133 steals last year. That's a pretty good amount.
I think back to the 70s, of course, with Campy and Billy North, and then when Chuck Tanner took over in '76. Everybody was stealing bases, so that might have been several years in a row. But the question is the last time, right? The last time
2 consecutive seasons. Kendall to right field. Rajai Davis on the move toward the line, and a basket catch by Rajai. And that's the second out.
Now playing Jason Kendall hit the ball to right field, and Rajai Davis tremendous speed, getting a very good jump. Probably thinking about Willie Mays as he was setting up on this one. And the Hall of Famer Willie Mays catch, just a little basket catch, and Really, there's not much you can do on a play like that. You might have the glove up a little higher, but you can't put it over your head like you would with the ball straight away.
Butler, excuse me.
Get a lot of work because he's playing all three outfield positions, and sometimes a little difficult the way the ball comes off the bat. Right-handers, he's going to slice towards the line. Same in left field with the left-handers.
So 2-0 the count to Butler, who hit a shot right back at Cahill in the first. Trevor knocked it down, picked it up, and threw out Butler. Pretty good pitch there, but a bit low, says Bill Hahn. 3-0. And there's the walk. Second walk by Cahill.
Well, this is probably why Trevor said, I'll just walk you. You don't have to worry about trying to hit me, knock me down. Oh, right back at it. Hit hard, change up, and Trevor got the glove up. Maybe he got him right in the belly button.
First pitch to Guillen. One hopper to Pennington. Side retired. Now the Royals strand a runner. Bottom of the fourth inning coming up. It'll be Rosales, Davis, and Watson. Adam Rosales to lead it off, and then it'll be Rajay Davis and Matt Watson. Bannister, after a tough first inning, has retired 7 out of the last 8. Change up, and Rosales swings and misses.
That's where the changeup is the toughest off-speed pitch, because it does look like the fastball. You see a pitcher miss with a curveball, you hit it thinking it's going to come with a heater. Pull the swing and miss.
Hit hard into left center field, the base hit. Leadoff single for Adam Rosales. So hit number 3 for the Athletics.
Stayed back on the curveball, and Betancourt went after it, but no dive. With his strong arm, he dives, catches the ball, and might throw out Rosales. That's why you like to see guys get dirty. Just at least a ball like that's close enough. Looks like you can dive to left, maybe come up with it.
Rajay Davis takes a strike on the outside corner. Davis hit a fly ball to center field with the bases loaded in the first inning. It was the third out of the inning. "64 pitches for Brian Bannister. Davis squares to bunt, pulls the bat back, and now it's 2-1. Rosales run, base hit left field. Rosales around second. He's going to make a big turn and then stop. So with Rosales on the move, Rajay Davis has a base hit. 2 on, nobody out.
See the changeup grip with Bannister's hand, and Rajay Davis, like the hitters tonight, staying back. They might plant the front foot, but they're doing a good job of keeping the bat back so they can handle the pitch. And I think Rosales could have made it. His speed, and I don't know that Gordon would have thrown the ball to third. You want to try to keep a double play in order unless you're 100% chance or sure you can get the guy, especially if he's running. Ball's in front.
First pitch changeup to Matt Watson. He swings over top of it. Watson hit a fly ball to right field in the second inning. Catches the outside corner. A little bit of a late call.
I think that Jason Kendall does so well is frame the ball, and I talk about keeping the ball in the strike zone, and there's a lot to be said about that. It really helps the umpire because he can call a close pitch if the catcher catches it properly. He doesn't take it out of the strike zone. Jason, of course, throughout his career has been one of the best at doing that.
Shot to the gap in left center, and that's going to get down. Here comes Rosales. He will score. Davis to third, and Watson to second, and he's in there. And with the argument at second, Rajay Davis runs home to score. How about that?
By the time had not been called, Ned Yost was running out of the dugout. Same time, Rajay was running from third. And you know, I don't see how he was safe unless the tag was applied by Getz, put the glove down, and Watson went in around the tag. Clearly, there's going to be a base hit, a high pitch, and Rosales making sure he was going to score easily. The throw coming back in from Gordon towards third base, and that's when Watson took off. And he's figured it out. Then he starts to argue, and in no time has that not been called.
That's fill-in umpire. John Tumpain is his name. John Tumpain. Never heard of him?
Nope.
You have now. Thank you very much, John.
I wonder if Ned Yost knows that Rajay Davis scored while his second baseman was doing it.
Pennington, the bunt, and the throw to first by the pitcher Bannister in time to get Pennington.
Well, we're going to probably see Ultra Mode, just see how close it is, and check the hand, the tag, and maybe his fingertip got on it because John Tumpain was on it all the way. He said he got his hand in. So did they say how Rajay Davis scored?
Well, I think
that's a sacrifice for Penny, but what about?
They have given him two
RBIs. But because it was a continuation of the play. And a double? Or no, they gave him a double too?
It's good to be Matt Watson. Double, 2 RBIs.
the throw going to third, and he decided to go to second. Well, you take it.
And so will the A's. They lead 3-0. Heads up base running by Rajai Davis.
Absolutely. It's always the case.
And Getz turned around. He immediately started arguing, did not call timeout. And Rajai took off for home. And another runner in scoring position at third. Infield in. Coco pops it foul just above the A's dugout.
Well, whatever. The A's will take the runs. Aggressiveness by the base runners.
Fastball inside, and the count's even at, the count's now 2-1, excuse me. Crisp, a strikeout and a ground out so far. Good pitch there, and you can tell. I think Coco wished he would have pulled the trigger on it. 17 runs batted in for Coco Crisp on the year. Playing in his 33rd game for the Athletics. Full count. Two singles, a double, and a sacrifice so far in this inning. And there's another walk. So Crisp was behind in the count. He worked his way back, and he gets himself on base. And that is the fourth walk issued by Bannister.
That's what I thought.
So they've taken away one of the RBIs for Watson. So he gets a double and one RBI.
Yeah, because he had stopped completely at third base, and you can almost score it as an error, but still an earned run because an error the second baseman gets for not calling time. You always have to do that. If you know the runner's on base, you don't call time, you turn your back. Aggressive base runner going to take the bases. And Rajai is that guy.
So RBI chance for Barton. He's got 38 on the year. The infamous step to third, throw to first. Every once in a while, it'll get somebody, though.
Yeah, the people who laugh the most when that happens and then see it happen and they get caught and say, I won't laugh anymore. Steve Busby, just saw him in Texas. He was the originator. He started with the Kansas City Royals. Steve Busby.
Did he ever get called for a balk early on?
It's really not a balk. He learned it when he pitched for USC. Coach Dado said you have to have a pickoff move with a runner at third. Huh? It's a right-handed pitcher.
Sounds like a college thing.
Well, but it worked, and then he just took that into pro ball and said, hey, I can fake the third. Maybe I'll draw the runner off first. And I saw a lot of guys say, there's no way he's going to get me and take a couple of steps off first. And you're like Dallas Brayton. You think you can always read his move? Steve Busby could get some of the best.
We'll see it once a year.
The key is not to shock the pitcher when he turns and finds out the runner from first has started second.
Crisp starts to second, pitches outside, and he's going to have second base stolen. So Crisp gets his 14th steal of the year.
Jason throwing all the way through. Pretty good pitch to throw. Also, pretty good jump by Coco Crisp. The ball for the bounce. I don't know that a good throw would have had it. Coco sliding to the outside, to the outfield side of the bag. That protection on his left hand where he broke his finger during spring training.
Barton way out in front.
Well, a lead by Coco Crisp at second base with Betancourt playing in. He's getting 30 feet off the bag at second.
And why not, right?
He's going to stand behind Betancourt.
Big bouncer to second, and they're going to come home. Kendall the tag, and they're going to call Watson out. So the Royals cut down the runner at home. That's Watson. So fielder's choice for Barton.
Jason with his left foot on the corner of the plate, blocking Watson off, and slid right into it.
Crisp goes to third on the play. So first and third, 2 outs for Kurt Suzuki. It's a light schedule in the American League. This was the only game still going on in the AL. Lots of action in the AL East tonight, so take a look at that. Barton takes off. He got a huge lead, and he'll have a stolen base. Huge lead and a huge jump.
And not only that, as a pitch out of the strike zone, not even a good strike. As soon as the left leg went up, a high leg kick, and they were conceding, even though Getz was covering, it's definitely not going to be a throw.
So Kurt Suzuki ahead 2-0. He had a good swing, and he fouled it straight back. So the A's now with 89 stolen bases on the year. So they will get to 100 at some point this year.
Hopefully by the end of the homestand.
Yeah, well past 100. Big bouncer foul. So 2-2 the count to Suzuki. Kurt walked and scored in the first, grounded to short in the third.
Kevin. Oh, no.
Kevin.
Bad hop.
Is he all right? Man.
Wow. Looks like Trevor Cahill trying to get out of the way of it.
That's going to be into the seats. But Kevin's been very good this year.
See if it hits the mound. Yep, it's going to hit the mound right there, and then takes the bad hop. Puts the hand up. Did he get his hand? Oh, fortunately, got his hand in front of his face, turned because he's wearing a double ear flap. Got a boy, Kev. You're a gamer.
He is a gamer.
Can't always play him off the mound, though, to get that extra high hop.
Suzuki gets jammed. He pops it up. It'll be Betemeet, the third baseman, who makes the catch. Side retired. Good inning for the Athletics. They get 2 runs, 3 hits, and they strand a pair. 5th inning coming up, 3-0. The A's stole 100-plus bases in consecutive seasons. Had a little bit to do with Rickey Henderson. In 1992, the A's stole 143. In 1993, they stole 131. So that's just got Rickey Henderson written all over it, although he went to the Yankees for a handful of seasons.
341 in 76. Tell me Chuck Tanner didn't have the boys running. I mean, everybody was running. Sal Bando probably had 30. Don Baylor, of course, was a great base stealer, but Phil Garner. 370s. Wow.
Well, in 1992, Rickey Henderson had 48. In 93, he had 31. Another ground ball. Rosales picks it up. Betamine is out. 1 out. So Trevor Cahill's at it again.
That's 10 already in just the 5th inning. 10 ground ball outs.
Now batting, number 4, Alex Gordon.
So Alex Gordon will hit. Gordon hit into a 4.63 double play.
You know, for Trevor, the combination of the two-seam fastball and the changeup both will result in ground ball outs. The much improved changeup.
Want to know to Alex Gordon. The Rays won tonight and the Yankees lost, so those two teams are tied for first in the AL East. Tampa Bay beat Minnesota 4-2. Been hearing a lot about a young man by the name of Jeremy Hellickson. Jeremy Hellickson, the top prospect for the Rays, top pitching prospect. Gordon down the left field line, and it drops foul. Well, he made his major league debut tonight. And from what the scouts are saying, this young man is very, very good. Jeremy Hellickson, his name is, and he got the win tonight. 2 runs in 7 innings at home, and he beat a good Twins team.
Well, impressive because they've got some starters already in the rotation.
Yeah.
Just add one more.
Young ones. So that win slows down the Twins just a little bit. Twins had won 8 in a row. Blue Jays beat the Yankees 8-6. No home runs for Alex Rodriguez, a couple for Swisher. But 8-6 your final there. Brandon Morrow beat A.J. Burnett. Burnett struggling.
Yeah, yes. What Alex Rodriguez said, just not swinging about that well. And he admitted, he said it might be a while.
Sure. Strike 3 call. Good fastball by Cahill on the inside corner.
For most Tuesday's games, the rest of the season, fans driving to the game park for free. Also, Chevy drivers show your Chevy car keys on the night of the game at the A's box office and receive a field-level game ticket for only $20, a savings of $6. Next Chevy Free Parking Tuesday is tomorrow night. 7:05 against the Royals. For details, visit OaklandAthletics.com. See you out watching the A's and the Royals, and just a short 6-game homestand. Rangers in Friday, but tomorrow night and Wednesday afternoon, a big day on Wednesday, of course. The float day, double play Wednesday, and Rick Breslow Strike 3 Foundation function that evening. So a full day on Wednesday. So maybe the A's need the off day after this very busy 3 days coming back home.
Drive to left field. Matt Watson's right there. Trevor Cahill has a 3-up, 3-down. 5th inning, bottom of the 5th coming up. The A's 3 and the Royals nothing. Horn is brought to you by Cash Creek's Cash Fortune with $500 in cash every hour from 2 p.m. until midnight. Visit cashcreek.com for details. It's got to be Jason Kent.
Yep. No batting gloves.
A's with a 3-0 lead as they come to bat here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 3-5-0 for the A's, 0-1-0 for the Royals. And Cust through the shift, and he's got a base hit. So Jack Cust has been on base all 3 times tonight with 2 singles and a walk.
Well, maybe it's just home cooking for Jack Cust. Getting back to the Coliseum and starts his hitting attack again. You know, this game is won, and all the things that have happened for the A's, looks like they should be up about 10-0. Just a 3-run, 3-0, and Jack Cust with another solid hit.
So here's Kuzminov, who singled in a run in the 1st inning. And then popped out to second in the 3rd. One other final in the National, or in the American League. Cleveland 6, Boston 5. Carmona over Lackey. A couple of home runs for Adrian Beltre, 18 and 19. But Red Sox come up short and the Indians win. So Boston remains 6.5 games behind both the Yankees and the Rays now in the East. And that's it. Those 3 games. And this game right here, the A's and the Royals, the only games in the American League tonight.
Lou Piniella, the Chicago Cubs, has announced his retirement at the end of the season, and after tonight's game, he might retire earlier.
Yeah, he might have retired in the 6th inning tonight.
Wow.
Is it over?
18-1 in the 8th? Or final? No,
it's final.
It's
yeah.
a final. It is the mercy rule.
In Chicago, too. At Wrigley Field, the Brewers. Well, generally, Cubs fans, even after a loss, they have a good time. As Kuzminov cannot believe he was just called out of strikes. But he was. Inside corner.
Now batting, second baseman, number 7, Adam Rosales.
But I think tonight, Cubs fans, well, they may stay out a little bit longer than normal.
Well, someone tell me when we were in Chicago and visiting Wrigley Field, and said they leave. Guy said he lives close to the park. He says it takes him about 15 minutes to walk to Wrigley Field from where he lives. But after the game, it takes him about 3 hours to get home. Because he stops about every block.
And you can. And you know what? You'll have a good time in every one you go into. Brewers had 26 hits in that game at Wrigley Field tonight. So the Cubs are now 46 and 60, and they've lost 6 in a row.
And the Cubs just had the Rockies 12 or 11 consecutive hits.
That's right.
12 runs.
That's right, 1 inning. Yeah.
1 inning. And Lou Piniella is a great guy, great player, and had a great manager. And he said, I just felt bad for my pitchers that they had to stay out there and take the abuse. I mean, 12, 11 hits in a row. It's just not the year of the Cubs.
I don't think it is the year of the Cubs.
I would love to have heard Ron Santo tonight.
Poor Ron.
He would have been saying, oh, no, all night.
Oh, no. At some point, when it's 18-1, you just stop saying, oh, no.
He might have just left early.
Take your headset off, get in the car. Rosales, a walk and a single and a run scored tonight. Drives that one to center. Blanco comes in. Gregor Blanco makes the catch.
Blanco plays a very good center field. Gets a good jump on the ball. That ball looked like it might have had a chance to drop in front, but
Now batting,
he may choke up with his bat, but he gets a pretty good jump in center. If you play center, it's not necessarily a big power position. You're looking for the defense, and definitely can play some. David De Jesus has played there along with several other guys, and De Jesus in all 3 outfield positions.
Fastball, Bannister to the inside corner for a strike to Davis. Fly ball to center field in the first by Davis. Singleton scored in the fourth. Left field hit pretty well. Gordon back at the wall. Go! So the home run opens it up a little bit. 5-0 now. Athletics here in the fifth.
Rajay with the hanging curveball, waited and unloaded. So Bannister had not given up a home run. The two he gave up in Kansas City, just over the 367. And Max Gordon, that's the one that Adam Roden will show Rajay Davis. Rajay, come and look at this in ultra mode with this great swing on the curveball.
That was a pretty swing.
Well, Rajay likes the Coliseum. That's the fifth home run for Rajay. And all 5 right here at the Coliseum. And Casimir and Matsusaka in July, gets his first in August. Jim Scanlon sitting down near the bat rack. See a nice going, Rajay.
So the long ball continues to haunt Bannister. He has now allowed 23. And for Rajay Davis, Ray, he was so good in the second half last year, and he's got one of those streaks going. He's now got 13 hits in his last 31 at-bats. That covers an 8-game hitting streak.
Well, you give a lot of credit to Jim Scanlon, because last year the second half is really when Rajay started clicking, like you mentioned, but it was because of the work that Jim Scanlon did with him, hitting the ball to right field. He just reacted on a curveball here tonight. But when you stay back and don't go after the ball, remember the first part of the year he was trying to go get it? Last year in the second half he stayed back, and it's taken a little bit longer this year because of inconsistent playing time early. But hard work's paid off.
Three and 2 to Matt Watson. Watson hits it high and foul. So the A's scored twice in the fourth and twice here in the fifth to take a 5-0 lead after their single run in the first.
As I mentioned, you know how confident Rajay Davis is. Rajay, who's pitching tonight for the Royals? He said, it doesn't matter.
I like that.
He's ready to go no matter who's on the mound.
Butler on the backhand flips to Bannister. Side retired. Rajay Davis does some damage. A 2-run homer, his 5th of the year. As we head to the 6th inning from the Coliseum. 5-0. A's over the Royals. bottom of the 5th inning to give the A's the 5-0 lead. Another terrific outing for Trevor Cahill. Through 5 innings tonight, he has allowed just 1 hit. A couple of strikeouts. He's walked 2. And the sinker is working. One and one to Betancourt. He'll be followed by Blanco and then Getz.
A lot of fun for Kurt Suzuki. Of course, Suzuki is signed long term, so he gets to take care of the young pitching staff, and it's a lot of fun for him to call the game with these pitchers, especially in the case of the Dyke, where Cahill has all of his pitchers working. Landon Powell, good job with Gio Gonzalez as he pitched his first complete game, 8 innings. Unfortunately, a losing effort.
Rosales on the leap. He's got it. So Betancourt lines out to Rosales, and that's out number 1. Hey, make sure you visit the A's page on csncalifornia.com to vote in tonight's poll. You make the call. Who had the best month of July? For the Athletics, Davis, Cuss, Clevens, Cahill, Mazzaro. For exclusive video, exclusive blogs, and much more, log on to csncalifornia.com. One out here in the 6th is Gregor Blanco steps in. We're talking about how much Blanco chokes up. You're right. I'm trying to think of another player. Guys don't choke up a whole lot.
Well, current, I can't think of anybody in the American League who chokes up this much.
Anyway, I remember as a kid, Felix Millan.
Yeah.
Remember Felix Millan?
Right,
He choked up a whole lot.
Yeah. About like Dick McAuliffe from the left side with the Tigers, and you know, exaggerated open stance to McAuliffe, the '68 World Championship Tigers.
Well, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's about 4 or 5 inches. Great back control. And if he's just a hitter who puts the ball in play, uses his speed. You have a 333 batting average. It's pretty good.
Sure.
It's limited playing time, but still
Very limited.
1 for 3.
It's down to 250 after his over 1. But he's worked the count full on Cahill. Very fast runner, Gregor Blanco. And he gets the walk. So Blanco has a good at bat.
Now batting, number 17.
Has 3 walks, and Trevor walked Butler on 4 pitches, 3 and 2 to Benevit, and the same for Blanco. Those other 2 walks, one with the 2 outs, got a force out. First one, double play from Gordon.
Chris Getz, the leadoff man, is grounded to short and grounded to second. So Getz getting a chance to play and bat in that leadoff spot, taking Scott Podsednik's spot in the order. Blanco takes off, and it's line. Pennington has it. He'll tag the runner, and that's a double play. Thank you very much, says Trevor Cahill. 3rd double play for the Athletics tonight. this game. Coors Light Freeze Can brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Well, when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Brian Bullington takes over, just his 5th appearance. Brian Bullington takes over for Brian Bannister. Tough night for Bannister. 5 earned runs in 5 innings. And lots of base runners.
Well, the 107 pitches definitely got him in trouble, especially 34 in the first inning. Knew it was going to be a short night.
So Brian Bullington takes over. Pennington, a strikeout in the 2nd, sac bunt in the 4th. Good pitch there. Pennington swings and misses.
Another double play, a little bit unconventional. Not a ground ball double play, with Blanco on the move. Gets a line drive. Guess who's covering second? Bennington. Bennington tagging the base runner. Blanco as he approached second base. There's nothing he could do, whether it was a hit, run, straight steal. He committed so far, and the only hope he had was that the ball would go into center field. But he's had the right guy covering second. Oh.
Atta boy.
Kids. Big ovation from the boys. Michael Wirtz, you got to show a replay on that one. We got to get a replay. Because Cliff Clavin's saying if he's going to lay it out, he'll clean his uniform. It has to be clean for him tomorrow, because Cliff will take care of it.
Especially after almost taking him off the cheek.
Here we go. Oh, slide to smother. Boy.
You know, I like he bounced up immediately, found a young lady to give the baseball to. Watch. That was awesome. Oh boy. Hey, if he can give us 2 laughs a game, that's worth it. Betancourt charges, flips to first, and Coco Crisp is retired for the 2nd inning. Check it out. Oh yeah.
Now batting, first baseman, number 10, Larry.
It's all serious. He's serious business. And we'll show that uniform tomorrow. Cliffy will have the hold in the right knee. That'll be repaired. He's bleeding. He's got a strawberry. Oh, man. Oh, Kevin.
Oh, man.
That unit will be spotless.
Even the blood stain?
Even the blood stain. Cliffy will have his gloves on cleaner than you.
So now he's going to have to endure the players walking by him and banging him on the knee right on that.
That's right.
Nice strawberry you got right there. That'll be there for 2 months.
It'll be there for a while. And, of course, at least Kevin's not trying to steal a base. If you have one of those and you're stealing, inevitably, it will be there for as long as you continue to play and try to steal and dive head first. Call them the strawberries right on the top of the knee because you slide head first and it looks like a strawberry. You know, just nice and red.
And right when it's about to heal?
Here it comes again. Time for harvest.
Good swing by Barton. Fouls it back. 2-2.
Do you know what? That shot was in HD. So you know how clear that was?
Maybe,
probably too clear.
Maybe too clear, yeah.
I mean, the sharpness of that shot in HD on Comcast Sportsnet California.
A blood stain in high def.
Oof. Dirt even looks good in HD. Check it out. Now, folks,
it's working its way down.
With folks in HD, I mean, you can see that and tell your friends that don't have it. Kevin trying to clean himself up, but he's ready. What a show he's putting on tonight.
A line shot right into the glove of Betancourt. But this half inning belonged to Kevin. You're the best, Ken.
Toyota. Say yes to amazing deals on your favorite Toyotas. See your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota. Yes. By Xfinity, the next generation in home entertainment. Now available in the Bay Area and coming soon to the Central Valley. By Chevy, with a full lineup of award-winning cars, trucks, and crossovers. And by Verizon. The signal is yours. Wield it to transmit anything you want. Verizon.
A's with a 5-0 lead over the Kansas City Royals. 7th inning. A's the 5 runs. That's good, but the story is becoming Trevor Cahill, who has allowed just 1 hit through 6 innings. Kendall shoots one foul, so it's a quick 0-2. Just 76 pitches thrown by Cahill, so he is indeed in charge right now.
When he gets a 0 in the run column, he keeps his pitch count down. He's got a chance to do what Dallas Braden did in Chicago, along with Gio Gonzalez. Gio, of course, losing effort to complete games. Bullpen's been quiet for a couple of games. This time of the year, not a bad idea if you can do that.
Good pitch. Cahill strikes out Kendall. And that is strikeout number 3.
Talked about the big day on Wednesday. Well, it's time for the A's to host the Royals at 12:35. It will be the next double play Wednesday, brought to you by Bart. Get the Plaza Level Reserve and outfield tickets for $2 and hot dogs for just $1. And with your game ticket, admission to Mug Root Beer Float Day is free, starting at 10:30 in the East Side Club. Order tickets online now at oaklandathletics.com. Big day at the Coliseum on Wednesday, starting at 10:30 in the East Side Club. Root Beer Float Day, double play Wednesday. A lot of activities here. Reslow and Andrew Veda, a lot of the A's players would like to come out Wednesday night as well. Now you get a guest appearance from Kevin.
His star is rising.
Yeah.
1-1 to Butler, way outside. Butler 0 for 1. Walked in the 4th, hit that ball right back at Cahill in the 1st, and Cahill knocked down. Got the out. Rajay Davis coming in, and Davis will get there. 2 outs. He's making it look easy right now. There's no such thing as easy in the big leagues, but at least he's making it look that way. Trevor
Now
Cahill.
batting, number 6, Jose Guillen.
So Jose Guillen will step in. McGeehan is 0 for 2 tonight. A strikeout and a ground out. And he's got a big scuffle going. He's got 2 hits in his last 28 at-bats. He was struggling when we saw him in Kansas City a couple weeks ago.
But sometimes when you're playing hurt, trying to play hurt, those things happen. Mentioned limping. Foundation, your legs bothering you, it makes it tough to hit.
And he's also always been a streaky hitter, so you couple that. A little jam shot, shallow right. Davis racing in, goes into a slide, and he caught it.
Have a night, Rajay.
Heck of a play by Rajay Davis. He'll get a hand, why not? 7th inning stretch from the Coliseum. 5-0 Athletics. Bottom of the 7th inning, and the A's with a 5-0 lead over the Royals. Suzuki, Cust, and Kuzmanov will hit against Brian Bullington. So I got a trivia question for you, Ray. This is my trivia question to you. You ready?
No. But go ahead anyway.
All right. In 2002, the Pittsburgh Pirates had the #1 pick in the Major League Baseball draft. Who did they pick?
Bullington?
2002. Brian Bullington, the guy that is on the mound.
2002. Wow.
He's been with 3 teams since then, and it has not been good. First overall pick in the 2002 draft, Brian Bullington. Just has not been able to put it all together. Butler and Kendall going after it, and Billy Butler right in front of his own dugout makes the catch.
And Rajay Davis has done a lot tonight. 2-run home run score from third while the second baseman is arguing, and he's going to cap it for the great defensive play. Coming in with a slide, and a catch, he'll flip the ball to Coco Chris coming in. Nice hustling, backhanded sliding catch by Rajay Davis. Just a ho-hum night for the A's tonight, right fielder, and a lot of confidence in this young man. Works hard. Works out even before he comes to the park to work out even more. It's paying off for him this year again.
Come on. On the road, you go to the gym in the morning, and he's working out in the gym twice in Texas. There's Rajay. Say, Rajay, leave it for the old guys, will you?
I think it's good, and I know Mark Ellis, a lot of guys, and when you're working on the legs and you're playing this game, you keep the legs strong. We talked about a player who, in the case of Rajay, had some little leg problems. He had a hamstring injury. So try to keep the legs strong. You can do a lot of work and really not overwork yourself, especially coming out to play. You might play in the outfield and not get a fly ball all night, but yet you might get a chance to steal a base or score from third from dead stop when second baseman's arguing. You know, little things like that. Keep the legs ready to go, and Rajay's going to make sure they are.
3-1 to Cust. So Cust with the walk. Jack's been on base all 4 times. 2 walks and 2 singles. So Kuzminoff will hit. But Ray, I wanted to get back to this #1 draft pick thing, Bullington. I mean, you almost feel bad for the Pirates, but come on. I mean, you're missing pretty bad with a first overall pick.
Yeah.
B.J. Upton was second in that draft, and obviously he's turned out to be a pretty good player.
I mean,
and this is all hearsay now, but it's, you know, it is what it is.
You've had 17 losing seasons. You're getting a lot of top draft choice or top picks.
Yeah, so you say, well, maybe that's why they've had 17 losing seasons. Kuzminoff drives one to left. Gordon near the wall, measures it, and he makes the catch. Cust heads back to first, and he'll get back there safely. Kuzminoff just missed it.
But anytime a ball is hit like that, at nighttime you say, well, wait till Wednesday, the day game. Kuz looking, measuring all the way as Gordon went back and just over a little bit in front of the 367, maybe, but in front of the out-town scoreboard, not quite. And that's tough. To blow a bubble, put your hand on the wall, and make the catch.
So 2 outs for Adam Rosales. Walk and a single, and a fly ball to center field for Rosales. He scored him. Center field, and Blanco goes back a couple steps. He's got it. And the side is retired. We head to the 8th inning at the Coliseum. Trevor Cahill back to work. A's lead 5-0.
Wilson Vandermeet.
is out of the ball game. So Davis in left, Crisp in center, Gross in right is your A's outfield now.
Yes, Rajay proved he could play right field. I didn't want to check him out on left.
Yeah, he'll make a nice catch out in left field.
Remember in Detroit,
Finish off his
in Comerica Park, didn't Gabe Gross make a great play playing left field?
Yeah. So we know he can play left. Now we're going to see if he can play right. Curveball drops in for a strike. 0-2 to Wilson Betemeet. He'll be followed by Alex Gord, Mitch Meyer. Last 2 starts for Cahill. Awesome. 2 hits in 8 innings, 1 hit through the first 7 innings.
So he's en route to his 18th consecutive start. Well, that's going to be the second hit.
He's going to find the gap. Betemeet will get to second base with a leadoff double.
Well, a rare bad pitch, 0-2. Up the pitch up. Wait a minute. Well, 17 consecutive starts for Trevor Cahill with 6 or more innings and 5 or fewer hits.
Number 4, Alex.
Pitch right in the middle of the plate, belt high, and Betemeet did not miss it.
So the leadoff double for Betemeet brings up Alex Gordon. Well, I always thought if you looked at the top 10 list of opponents' batting average against, that you would have a pretty good idea which pitchers were having really good years. And Trevor Cahill is first. The league is hitting 196 against Cahill. That is the lowest mark in the American League. Behind him, Wilson from Texas, Lewis from Texas, then Lester, Danks, Weaver, Buchholz, Price, Lee, and Neiman. All having good years. Rajay Davis runs out of run. But it's really kind of a simple equation. They're tough to hit.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's all you need to say.
No wonder he's an all-star, for sure. 2 hits for the Royals tonight. Trevor trying to keep the shutout in place, but time for the leadoff double.
3-1 now to Gordon. Gordon hit into a double play in the second, struck out looking in the 5th.
Well, one thing about Trevor, you see the double to right field by Betemeet, right center, but after 10 ground ball outs in the first 5 innings, nice 5 outs other than the strikeouts, been in the air. So pitch is elevating a little bit, and as a result, getting the fly ball outs.
Another foul ball by Gordon. So good battle here between Cahill and Gordon. And that one just missed inside, and it's a walk.
Well, we tell you once again that Root Beer Float Day presented by Pepsi is coming up this Wednesday. The A's host the Royals 12:35, and celebrities and athletes start serving floats at 10:30 a.m. in the Eastside Club. Floats are just $2 and get autographs and photos for tipping extra. Premium autographs will be available from Ricky Henderson, Stu, and Vida, and more. The proceeds going to the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. Get tickets online, oaklandathletics.com, or call 877-493-BALL. It's pretty good when you have nicknames of Ricky, Stu, Vida, and everybody knows who they are.
I was going to say, there's no question who they are. Kurt Young visits his young all-star.
Greg Breslow, probably been very hard for him not to get up and throw the last couple of days. In the game anyway, but
he probably threw at home.
Yeah. Kurt Young probably said, Trevor, you got the good ground ball working. How about a double play?
So 1-0 to Mitch Meyer. Single and a flyout for Meyer. Toward left center field. Rajay Davis getting over there, and he's got it. Meyer flies out. 1 out here in the 8th. That'll bring up Betancourt.
Say Ned Yost, of course, managing, taking over for Trey Hillman. A situation like that, down 5 runs, and trying to be nice to get a 3-run home run, but I think we'd have to be looking for productive out. First and second, nobody out. You just try to see what a hitter can do. If nothing else, if you're going to make an out, advance a couple of runners. Try to pick away at the lead by the Athletics, but that's the evaluation process by a manager taking over a club, trying to learn the players.
Outside corner strike to Betancourt.
Ed was telling me in Kansas City he was scouting actually for the Royals, starting spring training, and spring training because the Royals train down there, and he's behind the plate and he sees a guy named Bailey. He puts it down, Bailey, for the Athletics. Starts seeing these pitches, and this guy's pretty good. What has he done? Only the reigning American League Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
So that's coming over from the National League and putting a lot of work in, but you don't see. Of course, the A's have not faced the Brewers in interleague play, at least Milwaukee, and so maybe had not seen Andrew Bailey that much, but found out about him quickly.
Pennington to Rosales. That's a double play. That is 4 double plays for the Athletics tonight. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Still 5-0 A's.
Retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Athletics Investment Group, LLC.
All right, here's our McDonald's game summary for tonight. 0-2-0 for the Royals. Those are the good numbers for the A's. 5-7-0. 4 double plays for the Athletics. That has helped Trevor Cahill. Rajay Davis with the only home run in the game. That was a 2-run shot in the 5th inning. That is your McDonald's game summary. I want all of
that. How about just looking at that?
I want all of that.
Game summary, that's a summary for you right there. Summary of what we should have in the booth.
Yep. Well, when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. It's Greg Holland, just called up last week. Holland called up to the big leagues on Thursday. I think we got a major league debut here, right? Davis down the line with foul. So 1-2 the count to Rajai Davis. Oh, man. That baby was full, too.
He should work out with Kevin. Kevin's got better hands. He's got an empty cup. That's too bad. See that beverage, the cost of that beverage going for a $10 baseball. He missed both.
Well, you didn't get the ball and you lost the beverage. Two pitch to Rajai Davis, and it's pop foul back.
Well, time now for the Jeep drive of the game. We'll give it to Rajai Davis, and a curveball from Brian Bannister. He's thrown a very good curve tonight. That one hung a little bit, and Rajai just over the 367 mark. So if Kevin Kuzminoff had just hit his about 10 feet farther to the left, might have been another one. So Rajai a little bit better as far as going the shorter route. Got the home run. His 5th of the season. Rajai, a single home run and great catch in right field. And scoring from third. Fantastic.
Another foul ball by Rajai Davis. So indeed, Greg Holland, the Royals pitcher, is making his major league debut. So he'll remember this day probably a lot more than any of us will. August 2nd, 2010.
Trevor goes out for the 9th inning, pitches a shutout. He might remember it a little bit more.
Yes, he will. Betancourt throws, and they just get Rajai Davis at first.
Well, the good news for Trevor Cahill, nobody's warming up in the bullpen. Usually it's 1 out. They get up. Betancourt, a strong arm. And Rajai Davis that close to beating it out, although Betancourt did not air it out like he normally does.
So here's Gabe Gross, his first at bat tonight. First pitch to Gross in first strike. 236 for Gross. A homer in 19 runs batted in, but the struggles as of late. 2 for his last 27. Gross came in the game in right field for defense last half inning. They scored 1 in the first, 2 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth for their 5 runs. Pitching matchup tomorrow night. Vin Mazzaro, Kyle Davies, the young right-handers. We'll have that game for you right here in Comcast Sportsnet, California. And then on Wednesday, Brett Anderson, Sean O'Sullivan. That'll be a radio only.
You'll be out here because it's Root Beer Float Day. We expect you to
indeed.
come up here and do a little scouting of the Royals and A's after the Root Beer Float Day. Of course, you might be out there to 2:33.
Yeah, to finish off the line that's there for you. The Ray Fosse line winds throughout the Coliseum.
See Ben Sheets in the dugout?
Yeah.
They say Monday. Somebody's going to have surgery. Give me the ball. It's too bad. Ben's a good guy, and it's just too bad that he's going to have to go the surgery again on the right elbow.
The 3-2 pitch to Gross is low, and that's a walk. 6 walks issued by Royals pitchers tonight.
Now batting shortstop, number 2, Cliff Pennington.
Brian Bannister hanging in there for the full 9, it looks like. Cliff Pennington, a couple of strikeouts and a sacrifice bunt. Pitch is a bit low. Now Holland having some trouble finding the strike zone. Coco Crisp waits in the on-deck circle. Everything's final in baseball except for the Padres and the Dodgers currently playing in Los Angeles.
Padres keep going.
Yeah. Pounding the Dodgers 10-2.
It's interesting reading about Ryan Ludwig, who was traded from the Cardinals to the Padres. He said the reception he got when he walked in the clubhouse and scored a run, and everybody was there waiting to greet him. And that's when you're a ball club and you know you're playing well, and the organization goes out and gets you a pretty good right-handed power hitter, as they did, to help them try to do something special this year. Padres, nobody thought they would be where they are right now, where they've been all season.
Runner goes. Pennington fouls it back. It's curious to see what the reaction was to the trade in St. Louis. They got Jake Westbrook, who's a decent pitcher. And Ludwig's a middle of the order hitter. Gross goes again. This one's drilled left center field, and that's going to get down for a hit. Gross will head to third. But Pennington has his first hit tonight. The A's have first and third with 1 out.
A's take on Josh Hamilton and the Rangers this Sunday. Game time's 105. 7,500 kids will get an A's Kids backpack courtesy of Washington Hospital. For tickets, go to OaklandAthletics.com or call 877-493-BALL. So Josh Hamilton is playing. He's missed a couple of games over the weekend.
So here's Coco Crisp. Fouls it straight back. 49 games last year for Crisp with the Kansas City Royals. Just the 49 games due to the injuries, shoulder problems. Early mid-June, that was about it. He did not play after that. Liner off the glove of Getz. That's going to knock home a run, and racing to second base is Pennington. Getz leap for it. He may have got a glove on it, but either way, it's an RBI single for Coco Crisp. 6-0 Athletics.
Cliff Pennington with this hard line drive right in front of him. It was just a couple of feet off the bag, went back to first base because he did not want to be doubled up, but was hit so hard that Meyer almost came up and attempted to throw out Pennington at second for a very strange force out. Unfortunately, well, over the head of Getz and a hard hit by Coco Crisp. His first of the night, so on with a walk as well.
So Crisp picks up his 18th RBI. It's his first hit tonight. So Derek Barton now a chance to knock in a run. He, like Crisp, looking for his first hit tonight. "25 pitches thrown by Greg Holland here in the 8th, and it is his major league debut. There's a strike with a fastball. In the 9th inning, the Royals will have Blanco, the 9th place hitter, and then Getz and Kendall. So 9, 1, and 2. It looks like Trevor Cahill will get his chance for his first career shutout. Also his first career complete game. Barton checks his swing, and it's a full count. 1 out in the inning.
Kind of went down his knees trying to hold up his swing. Definitely not even close. And I don't know if that was just an additional help to keep him from swinging, but definitely did not swing.
Payoff pitch. Barton rolls it foul. Pennington and Crisp, great speed on the bases. There's another walk. Barton has a pretty good at bat.
That's surprising. They swung at a ball in a similar zone, 3-2, which is uncharacteristic of him to do that. And it's going to be Ned Yost, the manager, to visit with his young pitcher.
7 walks now by the Royals. Pitching has just been a nightmare for the Royals this year, even with last year's Cy Young Award winner Zach Greinke, but they have the 2nd worst ERA in the American League. Since the All-Star break, they have the worst ERA. 6.94 in the second half. So you know what? Until you do something to get that straightened out, it's going to be very difficult to win.
Yeah.
I mean, the A's at times this year have struggled to score runs, but their pitching keeps them in every game. The A's with the 2nd best ERA in the American League. To the shortstop, Betancourt has it, and that's a double play. 6-4-3. The Royals turned the double play, and we are headed to the 9th inning. 5-0. Cahill going for the shutout. Well, there's your story. Trevor Cahill going for his first career shutout and his first career complete game. And the A's are going for their third consecutive complete game. Hasn't happened since September of 2000. Heredia, Hudson, Zito. And it's not just the A's, any team. Well, you have to go back a long ways to find 3 consecutive complete games for anybody, any team in the big leagues. Cahill should get the first out, and he does. Gregor Blanco grounds out, and that is 1 out. So Trevor Cahill, we said in our open, Ray, that his last outing when he beat the Rangers in Texas was his best career start. We thought 8 innings, just 2 hits, no runs. Well, he's topping that tonight. Here's the top of the order, Chris Getz, and Getz takes a stride.
They threw 113 pitches against the Rangers, and I'm sure that was factored into what these guys, Kurt Young and Bob Guerin, were thinking, and him going out for the 9th inning.
Well, Getz hit a hanging breaking ball for a base hit, so that's the 3rd hit off of Cahill. The phone will ring in the bullpen now. Breslow was up last inning, and he'll get up here again in the 9th.
Number 25, Keila Kaiahui.
Keila Kaiahui is going to pinch hit for Jason Kendall. Keila Kaiahui. Terrific season for AAA Omaha. Big, strong power hitter.
I think this big guy's got a double play ground ball inning.
Selling hot. Hey, big guy. Hey, big guy. How about a ground ball double play?
Big guy double play, make it 15 ground ball outs for the night.
There's a good pitch by Cahill. 1-1 to count. Two and 1 to Kaiahui. Three strikeouts and 4 walks for Trevor Cahill in this ball game. Is this going to do it? The out at second, double play. That's how the ball game ends. Wow. Adam Rosales kept his foot on the bag, and Ray, you ordered the double play, and you received it, and Trevor Cahill has his first career shutout. It's a 3-hit shutout of the Kansas City Royals. Outstanding performance by Cahill. So the A's get the win in game 1 of this series. 6-0 is your final.
Well, the ground ball to Coons offline was a throw a little bit to second base, but what a play. Left foot kept on the bag by Rosales. Great stretch at first with the throw from Rosales. Got the foot acrobatically, and unbelievable play, the stretch and the completion of the double play. Outstanding play all the way around.
So Trevor Cahill's 11th